Action News 10 is closed captioned for the deaf and hard of hearing.
Good evening. You're watching WALA Channel 10. First on the Gulf Coast, this is Action News 10 at 10 p.m. with Bob Grimm, Deiah Foster, meteorologist Steve Bray, and Andrew Stockey with sports. Live, this is Action News 10.
The search is on for 3 suspects after another foreign tourist is gunned down.
And you've cast your ballots. Now it's time to see who won. We'll have all today's election results.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Bob Grimm.
And I'm Deiah Foster. All the ballots are in and the votes have been counted.
In Mobile's city runoff elections, it was an upset in the District 1 City Council race tonight. Vivian Davis Figures defeated the incumbent, Ermatine Watson. Action News 10's Chris Schauble joins us now live from Figures campaign headquarters. Chris?
Well, Bob, actually, I'm across the street at the after party. It's been going on for an hour and a half. The reason, quite a feat. Now, Vivian Davis Figures finished behind Ermatine Watson just 3 weeks ago. Tonight, she finished more than 400 votes ahead. She joins me now live. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
What do you think put you on top?
I think the main thing that put this campaign on top was the citizens of District 1 desire for new leadership and their desire to have someone who was going to be more responsive and sensitive to their needs.
I know that during the race it got kind of heated. Is that all behind you now?
It's behind me. We always led a positive campaign, and we only stuck to the issues.
I understand you have a picture you kind of want to show us.
I do. This is from one of my smaller supporters, Darryl Nobles, a 4th grader at Holloway Elementary School. I'd like to tell Darryl thank you. And Darryl, I will have this framed and put it in my city council office.
Now, of course, we also talk with former incumbent Ermatine Watson, and this is what she had to say tonight.
I don't feel too disappointed about it at all. I've had number one, I haven't really enjoyed the celebrity of it. You know, I haven't been the council member that go to all the parties and all the receptions and do those glitter things, because it's just not my nature. I've worked hard. I have brought out some very positive programs for the city. There are some things that they'll never be able to take away from me.
So an 8-year term has come to an end with the defeat of Ermatine Watson. Of course, the new representative for District 1 is now Vivian Davis Figures. Back to you, Bob.
Chris, what does Mrs. Figures plan to do when she takes office, if you can hear me? I guess he can't. Pretty exciting.
Sounds like it.
Well, let's check District 4 right now, and we see that in a very close race, Mabon Hicks is the winner over Ann Dees.
We caught up with both candidates tonight.
Well, it's a victory for the people. We walked out of my home into the streets, and I took my campaign to the people, and they're ready for change.
Well, I feel good about the race I ran. I still say I ran a clean, positive race. I do question whether a politician can run and win running the type of race I ran.
A couple of minutes ago, we told you about an incumbent who lost, Ermatine Watson. In District 5, a council member withstood a serious challenge.
Take a look. Incumbent Reggie Copeland held off Harding Fendley. Copeland had 53% of the vote.
Action News 10's Dave Straker has been following this race all night. He joins us now live from the Reggie Copeland headquarters. Dave, what's happening now?
It's sort of a laid-back crowd here. They're yelling sweep back here. I'm here at the Copeland. It's the victory headquarters, right? Councilman, these people sound happy for some reason.
They worked very hard for my campaign, and they deserve a celebration, let me tell you.
Was this the fight of your life?
I'm telling you what, it's a wonderful moment for my family, my wonderful wife, and all my friends.
You were in a runoff before, one time before. Was this one tougher?
This was much tougher. A very formidable candidate against some tremendous odds. And again, I take credit for the grassroots campaign. We just went door to door and gave our message to the people. We're so proud of our victory. Very proud of it.
What do you think was the deciding factor in your victory?
Well, we ran a positive campaign, and I just think that some of the negativism that came from the camp against me was against him. And I don't think that's necessary in a campaign anymore. Tell the people the issues, tell them what you're going to do, and and just get out and work like we did. And we had a wonderful, wonderful organization behind me, and I'm so proud of all of them.
And your opponent, Harding Finley, who placed first in the August race, came up second best tonight, but he did speak to us a little bit earlier tonight. Here's what he had to say.
Close election, but the voters have spoken. I've already called Reggie, congratulated him, wish him well, calling all my supporters to get behind him and the rest of the city council and Mayor Deiah. We've got it all pulled together for Mobile, and I wish everybody well.
So that's here from the people here said that's a class act, and they're real happy for their man. That's all we can say. What's next from here, Reggie?
I have a meeting tomorrow, and you know, with my attendance record, it's almost flawless. I'll be there.
All right, back to the studio. Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, Dave. In District 6, 2 more political newcomers squared off for the seat left vacant by Jane Baxter.
Bess Rich defeated Stan Winter by fewer than 100 votes.
Well, I'm thrilled, I'm excited, and I just would like to thank everyone who got me to this point. And for all of Mr. Winter's supporters and campaign workers, I'll be as excellent a representative. The government belongs to everyone.
Well, we're certainly disappointed. We worked real hard, and I think that I have to give all the credit to our workers, our friends, and my family that helped me so much. We made up quite a deficit over the first election. We were down by some 20 points or more, and we made that up, and we're within 2 percentage points, so I have to give all the credit to the people.
Another hotly contested race was between Tommy Prater and Charlie Waller in District 7.
Checking the final numbers, you can see that Waller won with 57% of the vote. Waller thinks it was a simple grassroots effort which put him over the top.
I think going door to door, Nancy and I going door to door and talking to the people in the district and getting their feelings about what was important to them, and that was really wonderful, the personal contact.
We came into this thing, we only had 27% of the vote just 3 weeks ago. Tonight we came out with 43% of the vote, and we're tickled to death with that. We closed a tremendous amount of ground in just 3 weeks, and we're happy with the outcome.
Now that we know who the winners are, a lot of folks want to know when they'll be sworn into office.
The Mobile City Clerk tells us that all the winners will take an oath on the morning of October 4th. That's when all the candidates must attend an organizational meeting.
Now that ceremony won't be open to the general public, but a formal swearing-in ceremony open to all will take place on the evening of the 4th at the Mobile Civic Center.
The Mobile City Clerk's office tells us the exact times for the ceremonies have not yet been set.
And by the way, we'd like to thank the League of Women Voters for helping us gather tonight's returns. Turning now to the folks in Spanish Fort. They went to the polls for the very first time to elect the city's first mayor and 5 city council members.
W. Ray Carter will take over as the first mayor of Spanish Fort.
Carter won the election with 78% of the vote. He says he's happy, but his job won't be easy.
It is exciting in that this is a historic moment for the historic spot of the South, Spanish Fort. We got a lot of challenges ahead of us, there's no doubt about it.
Now looking at the city council seats, Carol Ray Hall won the Place 1 seat.
I'm just elated over it and very honored to be on the first council of the city of Spanish Fort. I've been a resident.
There'll be a runoff for the City Council Place 2 seat between John W. Vickroy and Joe Thomas.
Bob Pannone is the winner of the City Council Place 3 seat.
I think it's great. I really do. You know, it's special for me because, you know, I've lived here in Spanish Fort off and on for quite a while, since 1967.
For the City Council Place 4 seat, Wanda Wilson Finch is the winner.
And another runoff election will be held between Dwight Watford and Bill Dannenberg for the Place 5 seat.
Well, the rain fell pretty hard this evening on election night.
But will it continue to fall tomorrow? Meteorologist Steve Bray joins us now with our first look at the weather. Steve?
It does look like we're going to see some more rain over the next couple of days, including right now. Take a look at the radar, and you can see some light rain spread across the Gulf Coast, a lot of it in Mississippi and Louisiana, but that is all moving to the northeast at about 15 miles an hour. So expect some more rain to spread across the area as the night goes on. And during the day tomorrow, some more showers and possibly some heavy thunderstorms. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a couple of minutes.
All right, thanks, Steve. Still ahead here on Action News 10 at 10 p.m. A big break tonight in the investigation into today's tourist killing in Florida.
And employees at Mobile's QMS may soon be looking for new jobs. Stay with us.
Action News 10 at 10 p.m. continues.
There will be some bad news tomorrow for some of the 900 employees at QMS. The Mobile company is planning layoffs. Action News 10 has learned the computer firm is planning to announce cutbacks for the second time in a year and a half. But as Action News 10's Amy Greer tells us, the company also plans to do what it can to ease the blow.
Real close. We don't want to get in here.
Outside QMS's corporate headquarters today, a security guard told us we would not be allowed on the property. A steady stream of employees hurried out during the afternoon shift change, most telling us they could not talk about major layoffs coming here.
Have you heard anything about this talk of layoffs here today?
Nope, I just got my fingers crossed.
An anonymous fax from a QMS employee today warned the computer company would be cutting up to 30% of its workforce. That could mean pink slips to nearly 250 men and women, but the firm says the number will not be that high.
One factor leading to the layoff rumors here may be the roller coaster ride QMS stock has been on for the past year and a half. There was celebration here at QMS when stock hit over $25 a share not long ago. But that figure fell to $17.25 a share as the company began downsizing its staff. Then this morning, the Dow Jones reported QMS stock trading at $8.25. That figure had fallen to 8% by mid-afternoon as layoff rumors began flying again.
Rumors been going on for about a month, but I haven't heard any.
Were you given any layoff notice today?
No.
Late this afternoon, QMS confirmed a quote-unquote work reduction will be announced tomorrow morning, and this office will become the relocation headquarters to help workers find other jobs, much as the company did more than a year ago when 70 employees were let go. In West Mobile, Amy Greer, Action News 10.
By the way, QMS stock closed the day trading at 8 1/8, down 1/8 for the day. Mobile Area Chamber of Commerce is throwing its weight tonight behind legalized gambling. The chamber says it based its decision on the results of a recent survey mailed out to chamber members. More than 1,000 surveys were returned. The majority of the responses supports gambling if most of the tax revenue goes to such things as public education and to help revitalize the downtown area.
Prosecutors tonight rested their case in the murder trial of self-professed serial killer Donald Leroy Evans. The man who claims to have killed over 70 people is on trial in Gulfport for the murder of a 10-year-old girl. Yesterday, the jury watched a videotaped confession of Evans admitting the murder. Today, a Louisiana pathologist testified that the girl had been sexually assaulted. The defense will present its case first thing tomorrow morning. Investigators in Florida say they found the car used in this morning's attack on I-10 that killed a British tourist. They recovered it near the scene. Word of this latest assault against a foreign visitor led the national news in Britain.
Stephanie Callister.
They were attacked as they slept in their car at a service station on the interstate highway in Monticello.
The girlfriend of the man who was shot in the neck placed this frantic call to 911 for help.
We got him en route, man. Okay, we got him en route. Coming out of his mouth and I think he's dying.
Florida Governor Lawton Charles is fed up.
The message we have is simple and very strong. No tolerance of this kind. Violence is not going to be tolerated.
Tonight, Childs has ordered 24-hour security at all interstate rest stops in Florida.
Along our part of the Gulf Coast, the hot and humid weather has definitely returned.
Yeah, that's right. It is muggy out there right now. The relative humidity is like 97%. It doesn't get much muggier than that. We'll see that muggy weather for the next couple of days, along with some more rain showers. Have the forecast next. Warm, muggy, and showery today, and it doesn't look like that's going to change anytime soon. Check out the radar right now. We've got more showers on the way. The rain is out over Louisiana and southern Mississippi. All these showers are moving to the northeast at about 10 to 15 miles an hour, so it looks like the majority of them will move across the area. We may see the coverage of showers diminish within the next few hours, but it does look like more light rain will be headed our way. Still some patches already in the area, and we'll see that, it looks like, for the rest of tonight and more more showers and thunderstorms on the way tomorrow, and some of that could be heavy. Show you why. Out to the west of us, we've got a low pressure system and cold front all across Louisiana and into southeastern Texas. This has been mounting the showers and thunderstorms across northern Texas throughout the last day or so, and then into Louisiana during the evening tonight. As much as an inch and a half, up to 3 inches of rain was recorded in some portions of northern Texas and into Oklahoma. But as you can see, most of the rain now spread throughout the Mississippi Valley, and it looks like it's just going to slowly slide to the east along with this cold front and low pressure system. And it's going to be a very slow moving system, which means the rainfall totals could be rather high during the next couple of days. Tomorrow that front will be right over us with scattered showers and thunderstorms, but watch by Thursday the whole thing doesn't move a whole bunch. It's going to sit right on top of us. Therefore, we will see quite a bit of shower activity still on Thursday. And again, the rainfall totals in the next couple of days could be rather high with the storm sitting right on top of us. And also, we have a strong southerly breeze, which is bringing in the Gulf moisture. Winds today have been around 10 to 15 miles an hour, and that's what they'll be during the day tomorrow. And Thursday looks pretty much the same until that front moves through. We may see it get a little drier by a week's end once that front does finally move through, but we'll still see a chance for some showers. 89 for the high in Mobile and Fort Walton Beach today. Pensacola and Pascagoula were at 88. Now the lows this morning dropped only down into the upper 70s to around 80 degrees, and we're actually cooler than that across most of the area because the rain has brought down the temperature. Mobile, Pascagoula, and Montgomery at 73 degrees, 75 in Hattiesburg, 78 in Pensacola, 77 Fort Walton Beach. Downtown Mobile, it is 77 degrees, but the humidity way up there at 97%. Winds are calm. Not only will we see some of that light rain, but we could see some mist or maybe some fog with the humidity that high. Now, down in the lower tropics across the southwest Caribbean, we are watching Tropical Depression number 8. Now, it doesn't look like this storm is going to move toward the continental U.S. or anything. It looks like it's going to stay down there and then move across Central America. Could reorganize in the Pacific, but right now, expecting a lot of rain around Nicaragua and Costa Rica. Could be as much as 5 to 10 inches with the storm. That is now has 35-mile-per-hour winds, and again is moving to the west at about 7 miles per hour. River stages in our area up just a little bit at Coffeyville to 15.6. Alabama River at Claiborne up a little bit to 7.9. Now my forecast for tonight includes some showers. Mostly some light rain across the area, but otherwise mostly cloudy. 72 to 77 degrees for the lows tonight. Then tomorrow, more showers and possibly some heavy thunderstorms. 86 to 90 degrees for the highs during the day tomorrow. The extended outlook looking kind of damp, especially Thursday. Friday and Saturday and Sunday, we may still see a chance of rain, but not as much as tomorrow and Thursday. Highs will remain in the 80s, while the lows by Saturday and Sunday could drop down into the upper 60s once we get past that front. But since it is so slow moving, again, the rainfall totals and the hours of rain may be long.
I missed this past weekend already.
Yeah, this last weekend was nice, kind of the calm before the storm, actually. Yeah.
Thanks, Steve. Well, there's still a lot more to come on Action News 10 at 10 p.m.
Dr. Edell tells us about an experimental vaccine that could mean an end to the sexually transmitted disease herpes. Stay with us. Experts say 1 out of 5 Americans has a sexually transmitted disease, herpes. Now, a new clinical trial is trying to determine if a simple shot can act as a vaccine against the disease. Dr. Edell has our report.
The vaccine may be one of the most important developments in modern medicine, giving us the ability to rid the world of ancient killers like smallpox and polio. But this experimental vaccine won't save many lives.
In general, for the average patient, recurrent either oral or genital herpes is not that bad.
Dr. Carl Buettner is involved in a clinical trial on a vaccine against herpes, but even he admits the worst part of the disease isn't physical.
Although physically they're not devastated, emotionally they often are. It has to do with body images, how they feel about themselves, how they feel about intimate relationships they have, knowing that they have a viral infection that can be transmitted to someone. And the whole hope of viral vaccines is we could start preventing disease. And be nice to prevent all herpes.
Nice, but in the scheme of human disease, perhaps not crucial. The million-dollar question really is, will people bother with a vaccine to prevent, in essence, cold sores, whether they're around your mouth or your genitals?
One place to look for clues is the vaccine against hepatitis B. Even though that sexually transmitted disease can kill, the vaccine has been a flop. But herpes has something hepatitis doesn't. PR.
I think there are more people that realize they're at risk to herpes because of the publicity it has than realize they're at risk from hepatitis.
If the vaccine is found to work, it may be best for partners of herpes-infected patients. And the only place to get it right now is in clinical trials. I'm Dr. Dean Edell for Action News 10.
Clinical trials are going on at various sites around the country. Ask your doctor for more information about studies going on around the Gulf Coast.
Andrew Stockey joins us now with a preview of sports.
Bob, did you know Deiah has this little dance she does when the Braves aren't doing well? Well, she doesn't have to do it tonight. The Braves, in fact, are doing a little tap dance on the Reds. I'm going to get it, I know. But the Braves' big night against the Reds will show you all the highlights they're pounding coming up next in sports. Listen to this. Since the All-Star break, Atlanta has won 41 of 54, and since August 7th, starting pitching has lost just 2 decisions. Numbers like that will scare any opponent. Tonight, it just frightened Cincinnati to death. In the first inning, Fred McGriff at the plate, 2 aboard. He rips one to center field. Up and off the wall, 2 runs would score, 2-0 Braves after 1. Now here's Deiah's favorite Brave player, Ron Gant, bases full in the second inning, and Deiah, he hit one for you. Grand slam home run, 6-0. We're still in the second inning now. Terry Pendleton will come to the plate. And with a runner aboard, he connects. It was 8-0 Atlanta. And don't think this team is all hit and no field. Tom Glavine got his 19th behind some sterling defense. Bill Pecota, look at the dive at third base, comes up and will make the play. The Braves may look easy tonight, winning over Cincinnati 10-3. So now the Giants have to win. They're playing the Chicago Cubs right now, scoreless in the third. If the Giants lose, the Braves will have a 2.5-game lead, their biggest of the season. Over in the National League East, the Phillies lose. The Expos win, so Montreal is within 4.5 games of the Phillies. Now over in the American League East, Toronto has a very tenuous grasp on first place. Detroit trying to wrestle it away. Travis Fryman and his Detroit Tigers, a home run there. It was a tie game after 8 innings at 5. Then the Jays would soar above Detroit in the 9th. Light hitting Tony Fernandez delivers the fatal blow, a 3-run homer in the top of the 9th. And Toronto, a big win tonight by a count of 9-5. Big because their pursuers also won. Checking out the scoreboard, Baltimore is now 2 games back. They beat Boston. The Yankees only a game and a half out as they top Milwaukee. Over in the West, the White Sox can increase their lead to 3.5 games if they beat Kansas City. Texas earlier was a loser to Cleveland. Now, the New Orleans Saints carry an unbeaten record into the Dome Sunday against Detroit, but it's been a painful voyage to perfection. New Orleans already without injured running back Vaughn Dunbar, lost rookie running back Lorenzo Neal for the season thanks to an ankle injury on Sunday, and the hurts are becoming a real pain for Jim Mora.
You know, you don't like to see guys that are, you know, you don't mind losing a guy for a little bit, but you don't like these season-ending injuries that, you know, the guy's not going to be back for the rest of the year. And yet, as I've said before, I feel we have people that are capable of playing for them. The only thing it does is it hurts your depth a little bit.
Now, by the way, if the Braves and Giants end in a tie, which of course won't happen, the playoff game would be on Monday, October 4th. It would be in San Francisco.
I wish we could be there. All right, thanks, Andrew.
Still to come, a baby whale makes a big splash at a Texas theme park.
Well, what will it be like when we leave for work in the morning?
Meteorologist Steve Bray is here to tell us.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a little wet. We could see some light rain showers out there in the morning and some clouds. 72 to 77 degrees for the lows in the morning. More thunderstorms during the rest of the day.
A messy one.
Yeah, it looks pretty nasty.
All right, thanks, Steve. Newest addition to SeaWorld in San Antonio is wowing visitors today.
A white whale was born early yesterday afternoon. Mother and son are said to be doing well. The youngster weighs about 140 pounds and will nurse for about a year before graduating to a solid diet of fish and squid.
This is the first baby for Martina, who measures 11 feet long and weighs 1,400 pounds. The newest addition brings the total population of beluga whales to 14 in Texas, which is the largest zoological population in the world. They do everything big in Texas.
They're kind of neat looking, too.
Yeah, they are. That's all the time we have for right now. The Tonight Show's next.
For all your overnight and midday news, tune in to Action News 10 at 6 a.m. and at noon.
Have a good night.